show you the first one. Now I'm going to show you what I created with version 5.2.
Changing the World Technology with George Levy. Brought to you by Blockchain Institute of Technology and AI Institute of Technology.
Cami, great to speak with you again. I'm actually very excited about what we're going to talk about because I know you've been focusing on generative AI. It's a hot topic. You've been focusing a lot on creating pictures, and you've been working particularly with Midjourney. Now, what I love about what you're going to do with us right now is you're actually going to be sharing with us some of what you've been discovering as the versions of Midjourney have been changing, the differences in quality, differences in images, and I can't wait to see your work. So take it away, Cami.
Hey, George, thanks for having me again in your show. And yeah, let me show the pictures because it's very, very fantastic what we're going to see. Very much details, changes in details. And yeah, let me share my screen for a second. And I'm going to show you a series of pictures of chimpanzee. Why chimpanzee? Because I really like this animal since my childhood. I love chimpanzees.
Cool. Chimps are cool.
Let's have a look.
Let's go.
All right. You should now see the pictures.
Dude, that's not your typical chimpanzee though. Okay, cool. Take it away, man.
Part of the prompt was chimpanzee, cyberpunk look, rainy day, dark mode, etc. So it was kind of, yeah, very exciting, not that friendly, but very exciting ambient, which I wanted to create in the pictures. And yeah, the first 4 pictures that you can see here, and I'm gonna show you the first one. These 4 pictures, and I'm gonna show you them one by one, have this quality. Just look at the quality, quite good quality, but we will see this is gonna change. Now I'm gonna show you what I created with version 5.2. All the pictures, the first 4 pictures that I showed you, have been created with version 5.1. And I think since 2 weeks, we have the version 5.2, and these are the pictures of 5.2. What a change of quality.
Indeed.
And now,
even like the drops, the water droplets, even like the lighting around the water droplets, the detail on the hair, the individual hair strands. Wow, that's incredible.
Exactly. And now let me show you another functionality that has been added to Midjourney 5.2, that is the zooming function. We have this picture, and now you can zoom between 1.2, a factor of 1.2 and 2 in Midjourney. This is a zooming out functionality of 2. Yeah. Now let's zoom again.
Wow. Ooh. Wait, go back to the previous one.
And
here, like you get to zoom in, but I don't know what's around the monkey or the chimp, right? Exactly. Now I'm starting to see the bigger picture. It's almost like wow. Okay, cool.
And Midjourney is creating all the surrounding of the chimpanzee.
Let me ask you a different question. Did you start with this image and then zoomed in, or you started with the other one and then zoomed out? How did you do it?
Oh, very good question. I, in fact, started with this picture.
Wow.
So you just see the chimpanzee, and you don't see the surrounding of the chimpanzee, where he's exactly standing. You might assume he's probably outside in the street and standing in a certain quarter of a city. But now with the zooming function, it fills the surrounding of the main object.
So you basically zoomed out from the picture of the face to this, like wow, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Exactly.
Could you have zoomed out further than this?
Yes, of course.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
no, not of course, because I don't know. And the question is, you could just keep expanding as you want.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's fantastic.
Look at the detail of the balls in the store on the side. It's almost like Christmas balls. I don't even know what those are.
Stores, people, signs, logos. This is incredible. Yeah.
Even the reflections on the water, on the reflection of the water on the street. The people being reflected, their shadow being reflected on the street on the water puddles.
This was also part of the prompt, that it should be photorealistic, very photorealistic.
That is excellent. That is fantastic. Do you have any other images?
Let me see.
Ooh.
This is another variation of the chimpanzee.
So he's sitting now.
Sitting now, and you see all the people who are standing in the street. Now we have more details on people who are with the chimpanzee.
You know what's fascinating though is it's interesting that all the people around the chimp are standing while the chimp is sitting. It's almost like a power position. It's like, all of you have to stand, I get to sit.
Exactly.
Interesting.
And now we have the chimpanzee sitting at a table.
Yeah, I'm looking at the hands. That's amazing. And all of this is being generated via artificial intelligence.
Exactly.
All of this was from text to image?
Yes.
So you began with a text prompt, and we have all of this richness of image.
Exactly.
That's simply amazing. That's simply amazing, Cami.
Yes, George, this is a lot of fun. You should also experiment with this, and I will probably do something like a chimpanzee series or whatever on Midjourney.
You know, what I find amazing about this, like for example, the way that I'm looking at this is when we think about AI, yes, and more important than a lot of people are afraid of artificial intelligence. They think artificial intelligence is going to replace humans, and that's not the case. Artificial intelligence can enhance humans, and this almost gives you superpowers because you're able to create this imagery. Now, this imagery would not exist if it wasn't for you putting in the prompts to make that happen, right?
Exactly.
I think what's fascinating about it is next level, which is, for example, you and I have had conversations about ChatGPT. Now, you could use ChatGPT to come up with the story of what the chimp would be doing, and then you could generate images using Midjourney and get the big picture, right?
Exactly. I also would recommend this, working like this, to build up a connection between ChatGPT and Midjourney in generating prompts. So prompt designing, designing prompts in ChatGPT and use them then in Midjourney in order to get results.
No, that's outstanding. And the interesting thing about this, I'll go back to the previous pictures a little bit. Just click back. Okay, cool. Stop. What's interesting is that, let me look at the detail of this chimp's face. Like, So here we are with the chimp. And then let's look at the chimp that's actually sitting down, because I'm trying to put together, is it the same chimp? And that's the part that I'm trying to put together. Are they slightly varied? Could we say it's the same chimp, just this time this chimpanzee is actually sitting? But very, very interesting.
Very interesting. I think this one has more kind of beard. And
he's also wearing a headset. He's got the headset on the
wearing a headset. So I would say they're different.
But the question would be, you could, as part of your prompt and as part of like feeding it other images, you could keep consistently the same type of look for the chimp.
Exactly, because Midjourney is giving you always for each prompt 4 pictures with 4 different motives, and then you can work with the 4 motives.
Got it. So, and the reason I'm saying it is because if you are going to come up with a series of like the story of the cyberpunk chimpanzees, right? If you write those out in ChatGPT, for instance, then to be able to consistently go, this is what happened to these cyberpunk chimpanzees in this image. Then next chapter, you want the same cyberpunk chimpanzees to be there, right? Not just completely different looking cyberpunk chimpanzees.
Yeah.
Can you do me
Yeah.
Can you take me all the way back to the previous version, the one that wasn't as photorealistic? Because I want to drill down on the dramatic difference. Like, this is really, really cool.
This is really, but look also on the fingers.
Yeah, no, it's, mind you, if you would have shared this with me without sharing with me what's currently possible, I would have already been blown away, right?
Yeah.
Like, if I would have seen this, I would have gone like, wow. Which brings me back to, for instance, special effects. If you look at special effects in Star Wars, like the first Star Wars, back when it came out, I was blown away. But if you look at those special effects nowadays, it's kind of like looking at movies from the 1950s. It's not that impressive. This is amazing how we're changing in just a matter of a couple of weeks. All of a sudden, we have a completely different version of what exactly artificial intelligence reality looks like.
Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to the next version, probably in another 6 months, for example. Not sure, but I think this is realistic that we have changes every 6 months of versions, and let's see what's going to happen then.
Yeah, one thing that's interesting about what you're saying is that a lot of the pace of change in AI is increasing, because now AI is also part of the process of updating the code base. So it's not being updated just in the human speed, it's being updated in an artificial intelligence speed. So I would be very curious to see how quickly they can crank out their next version and what that's going to look like. Kamran, amazing, amazing work. Thank you for sharing that with us.
You're welcome, George. I'm happy to share this with you.
Changing the World Technology with George Levy. Brought to you by Blockchain Institute of Technology and AI Institute of Technology.